Ashley, and I'm here with the Southern Social. I am our social rep, and I am here with Ray, Rethita Jackson, the one and only, with Stohr-ee Events. So, Ray, tell us a little bit about Stohr-ee Events.
So, Stohr-ee Events actually started, let's see, now it's been about 6 years ago.
Has it been that long?
It's been that long. We were originally Simple and Chic Events. I decided to do a full name change, which was a lot, but I am glad I did, because Stohr-ee Events comes out of a place that weddings and celebrations should tell a story.
Absolutely.
And not just your normal, typical pretty, which pretty is fine, but something that's really deep down to you. So if you like horses, if you like cycling, if you enjoy movies, that's what your event and your wedding should show. So they should see your love, and they should learn a little bit about you that they don't know. So we offer full service planning. I also do some partial and what I call wedding direction, which is month of, to help all of our brides and grooms and couples. So we are equal opportunity to get down the aisle and tell their love story to their family and friends.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you and I have known each other a while. We've
A little bit of time.
A little bit. Yes, we've chatted some. So one of the biggest things you and I have discussed with my background in venue management and your background as a planner.
Oh,
This is a big question.
We had a great discussion about what a venue coordinator does versus what I do.
What is your role?
Right.
Tell the world.
So I am stepping on my imaginary soapbox. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Venue coordinators, your job is to make sure that their job is to make sure the lights stay on, the electricity keeps going, and nothing happens terribly in the kitchen or with the structural building itself.
Absolutely.
My job is to make sure everything else goes smoothly. So timing, if my clients are good, their families aren't, hating each other, all of that good stuff, that the wedding starts on time and all the vendors are intact and where they need to be. That's what I do. And then we work together. We like each other a lot because I love venue coordinators that can help me because they know the space. If there's a back door, if there's something that I need to know, I love venue coordinators. So a good planner and a good venue coordinator working together should be a really good relationship.
The dream team.
It should be. We can make it happen. We make each other look good, and our clients are happy, so that's really all that matters.
So tell brides a little bit about the process and your opinion, right? There's no right or wrong answers, but what's your opinion on who they should seek out first, the venue or the planner?
I will say the planner, and that's not because I'm obviously
not
partial.
Yeah.
No bias here. The reason why is because we have knowledge that you don't.
Absolutely.
Now, it's okay to say, okay, I'm going to go online and I'm going to Google and I see these beautiful venues that I like and these are my top 5. That's okay. But when it comes down to looking at contracts and seeing what the venues offer as opposed to what your wedding day is going to be, you need to have an expert to come in and say, okay, so if you're planning for 250 guests and you want to have a formalized cocktail hour and a formal reception, you need to have X, Y, and Z spaces. You can't be in this space because you'll be crowded, your guests will be uncomfortable, and so on and so forth. If you want to have this big grandiose decor, you need square footage. And that's where I sit down and say, okay, let's talk about your vision. While it may not be concrete, it may not be all clear, I can at least provide you with enough information to weed out venues, and also understanding what a contract has for each of the venues, their requirements, what you're looking for, food and beverage, all of that good stuff. It's a whole lot of words, and I spend a lot of time explaining those words. So talk to a planner. If you're not convinced about hiring me full time, there's also consultant packages. So I can come in for a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of hours, help you out, and then move from there. But at least you're making an informed decision, and you're spending your money in the best place.
So how do you feel, talking to a lot of different venues, I've come across that a lot of them are electing to require their brides to have a planner or day of coordinator. And I know that may not always necessarily sit right with a bride because it feels like you're getting told a little bit about what to do about your special day. What is your words of wisdom to her if she interacts that when coming to a venue, if she's decided, a planner's not for me, I'm going to go ahead and find my venue, and then she gets that news? What's your word of advice to her?
Well, I have two words of advice. I come from two different sides of the spectrum on this.
Okay.
One, I want to caution venues about how they approach that with brides because it can
That's a
turn
good
them
point.
off.
Yeah.
They need to educate the brides why we're essential, because a lot of times the brides just think they're telling me I need to have someone and I need to pay more money, and I don't understand why. So please educate your brides as to why you need someone like me in. From the bride standpoint, I would also talk to them and ask them what that entails. You know, sometimes a really bossy relative can stand in. Now, I don't advise that all the time, but
Right?
it really depends on the scope and breadth of your wedding. But educate yourself about it. If you have questions, if you don't understand what a planner does, reach out and ask, because I don't mind. You can call me all day and ask me what I do and how it helps you. I will gladly educate you so you know what you're paying for. And I think that's really where the disconnect
And
comes.
understanding the value behind your services.
Most definitely, because a lot of brides feel like they can take over, they can do it, and they think a wedding is going to happen. Now, yes, a wedding will happen. Now, will it happen?
To what caliber will it
exactly
happen?
how
Who knows?
successful it'll
Who's to
happen
say? Yes.
is a whole different ballgame. But you know, educate yourself, ask questions, and be open to it, and understand that my purpose for being there is not to take over. It's not to make you uncomfortable. It's to allow you to actually be a bride. At the core of it, base of it all, is to allow you to come in, get your makeup done, get your hair done,